Alright guys, 2006 Nissan Altima. How to replace the passenger side axle. Earlier we did an axle. The last video I showed you guys, I did an axle on the driver's side. This is the passenger side. If you have a different year, make, and model, similar procedure. Alright, and this is the passenger side axle. This axle is much longer than the driver's side, and it has 3 bolters and it has a bearing in the center, right guys? And I'm gonna show you exactly what you're gonna need, the tools you're gonna need, and how to do this, guys. And simple, follow my steps. Don't hesitate, have a fresh mind, and don't get scared, alright? So number 21 with the impact gun. Bam. Bam. And bam. We have all the lug nuts out. And I'm gonna put my gun down. We're gonna take this hubcap off. We're gonna take this tire off. The hardest part is done. Hardest part is done. Taking off the tire. Alright guys, next. Similar procedure as we did to the driver's side. Remove the cotter pin. Save the cotter pin. If it came with the new one, use the new one. If it came with the new bolt, use the new bolt. That side did come with it, but this side, I don't know. I haven't opened the box. I did look at the axle just to make sure it's the same. Alright guys, so let's come across right here. And I don't want to see no reflections of my light, so I'm gonna move my light right here, guys, so we all can see. Alright, next we're gonna take this off. This little guy holds his brake line here. If you don't want to stretch this brake line when this spindle comes forward, so that's the reason why we're removing it. And we're gonna remove this ABS line right there and an ABS line right here. Alright guys, we don't want to stretch this either, and we don't want to damage this either. Alright guys, so we have that. Next, we're gonna back up our camera a little bit and the lighting. Lights, camera, and action. Alright, and we're gonna come right here. We're gonna remove the number 32 bolt right there. Sometimes this is rusted forward, it doesn't want to come out. Sometimes this axle will be jammed. You do need to hit this axle, but this is free playing, so you can put it like a little something like a chisel in there and hammer it and push this axle back. Alright guys, so we have that. Gun goes down, camera comes forward, and the camera goes up a little bit, and my light comes across right here. Right, 1, 2. These are the 2 bolts holding this spindle and the strut together. So you're gonna need number 21 socket, and you're gonna need a number 21 wrench to hold the back. 1, 2. And that was not hard, guys. Alright, so let's take this and let's pull this nut out and the bolt out, bolt and the nut out. Keep it somewhere safe. We're gonna be reusing those. Same thing here, guys. And the spindle comes forward. None of my lines are being stretched, and I'll push the axle back. Remember guys, this axle is much longer. Alright, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a clip remover, because I am gonna remove this leather cover right here, and so it gives me more room for you guys to see and for me to work. So I'll be back. Alright guys, I went and got me a clip removing tool. You could use a flathead, but this is the tool that I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. So what this does is it helps you pull out those little retainers, and the clips come out just like that, and we'll put those to the side. And then we have one more over here, and we got this cover out. And what I'll do is close the cover down, guys, and that's it. Next, all right, we're gonna go all the way in there, guys. You're gonna see a couple of bolts in there. Let's see if my camera can see this or pick up on this. That looks pretty good right there, don't you think so? You see that bolt right there and down there? Number 13 and a 13 is 2 of them, and usually it's 3 of them, but in this case they must have changed it for this year. All right, and what you're gonna need is number 13 with the long extension, and we're gonna turn those bolts out. All right, that's one, and I already saw the axle move forward a little bit. Save this bolt because we're gonna reuse this. And then we got the second one, guys. There you go. We have that. Let me put this little tool out of the way. Let's grab this little guy. And then we have this little retainer. Alright? You're gonna take this, put this to the side. Next, the hard part, second hard part. You're trying to get that little axle out of the spot. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down there with the pry bar and hit it. Alright, hopefully you can see, but let me set everything up and then I'll come back. Alright guys, I got my pry bar down there, so I'm working on it. Alright, the axle is budging a little bit. Make sure you do have something that's going to catch the fluid. And somehow, some way, you're going to have to pry this sucker out of there. I've been on it for a good half an hour with the camera off. It moved only like a 5 millimeter. Not easy. I thought the hard part was taking the tire off. I was wrong. Alright, there goes another one. Another try. Put all of my effort in there. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to move the camera out of the way because I'm gonna drop it definitely. So let me get this axle out, then I'll show you. So all you need to do is try to get that out of there somehow, some way. Alright guys, I got the axle almost out, alright? It's like 99% out. What I did was I went to the back from underneath and I hit the bearing right from the back neck of it, alright? So it's only a little bit left. Let me see if I can catch it on the video so you guys can see. The fluid already started to drip a little bit, which is a good thing. There it goes. Alright. We have this axle about to come right out, alright guys? There it is. Alright guys, here it is. Alright, there's the axle. And there's the bearing, alright? So what I did was right there, I smacked it right there and it came right out, alright guys? So let me get a new axle, we're gonna put it back together. Alright guys, right in there, I would suggest you clean this up very good. Alright, this is aluminum, so it looks pretty clean. Alright, but I wiped it down and I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on this. So instead of grease, let me put some WD-40 because grease will lock up in the future. So just throw some WD-40 on it. And plus, the bearing has a little bit of grease on it. A little oily. So what we're gonna do next is take out our new axle, guys. Make sure this axle enters in the transmission properly. And make sure you do not damage the rear seal, all right? But the bearing will stop you if you're going in wrong, all right? All right, guys? So let's come over now to this side, and I'm gonna go get my rubber mallet. And what we're gonna do is together, we're gonna hit that axle right there with the rubber mallet. So don't use a regular hammer, guys, because if you do use a regular hammer, it will damage the threads. And do put a bolt on, just like I did right here, and make it flush and even with this, all right? All right, guys, here it comes. So I'm gonna smack this axle, and it should click in there. There you go. You will feel it, guys, when you're hitting this, all right? And the best part is, we have that little retainer with number 13s. That's gonna also protect it from coming out, and if it's not all the way in, it will make it flush for you. So make sure you put this in, and make sure you put the proper size. This side of it sitting against it, and this is where the bolts was at. So what I'll do is I'll take this little guy, I'll put it in there, and then I'll grab a bolt and I'll catch the threads. On the top, and the number 13 in the bottom. Right? Hard part is now over, guys. Now we have a lift off. Go, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. The fat lady has sang, and it's over. Like they say, it's not over. Tell you know what. All right, guys. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, all right? But just trying to keep a little flow of this work. And that way we're on the same page. All right, guys, remove the axle bolt, and I dropped it. We're gonna take this axle, we're gonna put this axle in there, line it, make sure the axle comes out from this end, and I better make sure the camera goes up so we all can see. Let me kick that rubber hammer out of there. Alright, there you go. I'm doing my job, make shoring everything. Alright, so the axle is in. Make sure your cables are routed properly. You don't want this to be on the other side, alright? Then you have to redo everything. Alright, guys. There it goes. We're gonna line the hole. You might have to move it up a little bit. And the bolt goes in, guys. Once you have the first one in, the second one is easy, like a piece of cake, easy peasy. All right, that's one. And that's two. Put your sensor in, both sides. That's the ABS sensor. All right, we're gonna take our impact gun with the number 21. Tighten that and that. So far looking good, guys. Next, we're gonna put this brake line in. Make sure you line the grooves and then the teeth, the corners. Otherwise it will not sit properly. You're gonna take your little guy right here, retainer, put it right there, and you do not need a hammer. Socket will just do the job. And that's it. Alright, so the clips are in, retainers in, and we're gonna move on to this side a little bit. Let me get my lighting proper. Alright guys, so far looking good. And this is how you do the axle on a 2006 Nissan Altima. If you have a different year, same procedure. Alright, there it goes. The 32mm socket. And we're gonna grab the axle from the back, push it forward, and give it a good snug, guy. Alright guys, let me hold on, let me go see if the retainer and the cotter pin came with the new box, and I'll be back. Unfortunately, this did not come with it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the old cotter pin, I'm gonna stick that in. Customer bought these parts, so there's not much I can do there. If I had bought it, I could have called the parts store and they would have got me one. But anyways, subscribe guys if you like my videos. If you need help with anything, do send me a message, and share and like all of my videos. Make sure your friends subscribe, and anybody else that owns a car that needs help with anything, I can help you with anything. Alright guys, so that's it guys, we're done here. Thank you, subscribe, share, and like all my videos, and don't forget to put that cover in. Alright, I'll do that in a moment. But the clips, and that's it. Bang zoom. Alright, bada bing, bada boom, and the job is done. Thank you again, subscribe, and bye bye.